welcome to Craters Gaming. Today we're going to be making a Fallout sign with Vault Boy on one side and Nuka-Cola on the other. The items that are going to be used is a piece of plywood that's been cut into a circle that we jacked out of the neighbor's trash can, some paint and vinyl, and then we're going to seal it all up. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get to it. First things first, I am going to rattle can black on one side and red on the other, but with Vault Boy, he's the one that's up first, so I'm going to go ahead and doodle the Vault-Tec symbol at the bottom. And I'm just doing that with a paint pen. That way I can kind of control how I do it, because like my brush strokes aren't the best, and apparently neither is my drawing, so bear with me. And if you see pencil lines in the background, it's because I freehand a Vault Boy with a pencil before I ever even started painting. So it kind of gives me little lines to go through. And like with always, whenever you're doing projects like these, trust the process. You can always touch it up later and fix it if it doesn't show up like you want it to. Just take a breath, trust the process, and it will work out. Here is the complete list of paints that I will be using. It is mostly going to be Apple Barrel with one folk art mixed in with it. I bought all this paint from Walmart, so it is not that expensive. Starting in, I am going to go ahead and start painting the fleshy bits. That way I can tell if I need to add another coat or not. Thankfully for this one, I did not have to add another coat on the fleshy bits. Please excuse my giant head in the frame. I did not realize that I was in the picture the entire time. And you will notice that I'm going over some of my drawing lines and I am not able to see those once I cover them up. So once I finish that up, I will freehand his face on there, but I'm going to do that with the black because I live life dangerously. So if I mess up, I can always go back over it and repaint it, so it's no big deal. My next step, I am going to put generous amounts of goop or blue paint where I'm going to spread it out for his vault suit. Now for the yellow lines, I probably should have started with white to begin with. I tried to do yellow first, but the blue was kind of shining through, so I had to go back over that with white and then repaint it with yellow. But we live and we learn and we all make mistakes, and it turned out pretty good in the end anyway, so I'm pretty happy with this guy. Like I mentioned earlier, I should have started with white, but it's okay. We'll figure it out. So I'm going to go ahead and do the white with the hair, then I'm going to let it dry, which is very important. Now, if you don't like where some of the lines are, just wait for the paint to dry and then you can go back over it, especially since the background on this is black. It makes it very easy because it's more forgiving when it comes to tightening up the lines. Just make sure that that's where you want it before you just lay it down. Much better. I like how that looks. It doesn't look so washed out or dirty. We want him to be fresh and crisp. Don't worry if you go outside the lines. We are going to outline it later, so it'll be okay. Next order of business, I am going to outline him in some black. I'm going to add some detail to his suit itself because I think it gives it some pop and a little bit more of a 3D effect or a 2D effect. Y'all know what I mean. A little cuckoo-y. But yeah, we're going to go ahead and just outline that to make him look more cartoony and to kind of bring it out a little bit and separate the lines. I've got to give a little chin, some hairlines, his ears, and then I kind of fought with his eyeballs a little bit. I did end up going over it and doing a smaller eyeball towards the end. But I like how he turned out. I think he looks cool. Like I said earlier about cleaning up lines, that's what I'm doing here. Because I did not... Oh, I went over with the yellow. So going back over it with some black kind of helped me clean it up. Good question to ask. Do y'all usually start with the face first, or do you do the body first whenever you do drawings? Everybody does things differently. I'm just curious on how you do it. One side done, we're going to flip it over and do the Nuka-Cola side. Because my vinyl does not want to stick to this because it was pretty dry wood and I did get it from the trash, we're going to go over it with a little bit of polyurethane. My sweet hubby is going to open that up and give it a good coat. That way, once it dries, I can put my vinyl on top of it and I don't have to sit there and try to freehand the Nuka-Cola sign. You can definitely tell he has way more patience than I do because I would have poured a good amount of goop right in the middle and just spread it all around. But he's not me and he has a lot of patience, so he took his time and it turned out pretty good. Once everything is dry, I'm going to make sure that Vault Boy is even on the top of where I want to work. And I'm just going to get my vinyl ready. Now with the vinyl, it is very forgiving, so if you tug on it or it doesn't stick right, you can lift it up and place it where you need it to go. I'm just going to smooth it out and try to get rid of all of the bubbles. And if you miss some, that's okay. It's no big deal. But peeling away the back side, I am just going to kind of walk my fingers along it to make sure it sticks down where I want it. And I really like how this turned out. It was kind of a pain to cut out because with the vinyl cutter, it's not real clear on the permanent ones on if you should mirror it or not. And the first time I did it, I did not mirror it. So we all make mistakes and I live and I learn. Every once in a while I learn. But like I said, if it doesn't sit down right, you can always lift it up and re-stick it. I'm just making sure that there's no bubbles and that it lays down flat. And that way, whenever I seal it later, it won't have any lift or any bubbles or anything. Even though I'm kind of fighting with the vinyl, making sure that it stays down, this was the easiest part of the entire project because there was no freehand involved. It was just a quick print and kind of a lick and stick. No licking involved. Don't lick it. It's not good. Luckily with the swoosh, I did not have to move that around. It laid down pretty good and pretty easy, so I can go ahead and stick the cola portion of the Nuka-Cola on next. And I'm just placing that on the transfer tape, making sure that it sticks down before I peel the backing off and place it where I want it. A little bit of a struggle bus, but I definitely think it's worth it in the end. I love how this project turned out. I can't wait for the kids to see it and for other Fallout fans to see it this Halloween. I did forget to record us doing the ceiling once we finished painting it all. Just use a little bit of polyurethane, some clear. Make sure it's clear because if you use matte, it might be a little cloudy and you won't be able to, the colors won't be as vibrant. Words are hard sometimes. I'm sorry. And because I am a total goober, I forgot to finish up the video before I just set it outside. So I'm going to go ahead and show you the final product. There you have one side of the sign, and then we can change things up by, if I can do this one-handed, flipping it. So if Vault Boy approves, you get the thumbs up. So if you like the video, give us a thumbs up, give us a like, comment, share the video. It helps out a whole lot. And I am going to be making some more Fallout items, and I hope that y'all are along for the ride. See y'all next time. Bye.